Hi, and welcome to day 22 of Living Your Happier Life. All right, now we've built the strong foundation. We've got the four corner pillars, and it is time to raise the roof on your inner home for happiness. And the roof is about living a life that's inspired by purpose. I deeply believe that we all have a purpose. There is a reason that we're here. You are here for a reason. It's not an accident that you're here. And your purpose may change over time, but our job is to continually connect with what that purpose is. What is it that you're here to be doing now? And, I very often ask people, how are you doing? And they'll say, oh, I'm surviving. We are not here on this planet to survive. We are here to thrive. And when you feel that you're living your life on purpose, you'll be happier. So let's do a little life reflection exercise that's going to help you get more in touch with what is your purpose? What is your passion? What are your priorities? So let's do a little life reflection exercise that's going to help you get more in touch with what are your passions, what are your priorities, and what is your purpose. So what I'd like you to do is to close your eyes and take a few deep breaths into and out of your heart. You can put your hand on your heart. Feel your connection to your heart. And feel your connection to the bigger energy of life. And imagine now that you are almost at the end of your life. You may be sitting out on a porch or sitting in a garden, and you're feeling a deep, deep sense of fulfillment and peace. You feel a peace of knowing that you have done what you were here to do, what you've wanted to do, and you feel complete. You've had a beautiful life. And maybe it wasn't always that way, but you feel as though you have really lived your dreams and you've been true to your passions. And you feel fulfilled with how your life has been lived. And you're looking back at your life and notice what you see as the high points of your life. What did you love doing the most? Where did you feel the most fulfilled? And just allow the answers to arise in you. You don't have to strain for them. Just see what comes. What ways did you give and serve the most? When did you feel the most like yourself? What made you feel the most alive and aligned with why you're here? Just notice, what are the answers that came to you? And feel a deep sense of satisfaction that you have lived the life that you were here to live. Perhaps you turned it around. It wasn't always that way, but at some point you turned your life around and you created the life that you wanted. And feel gratitude to yourself for that. And take some more deep breaths in and out of your heart. And you can take your hand down from your heart, you can stretch. And when you feel ready, you can slowly open your eyes. And welcome back. How was that? Was it interesting to get a different perspective, a perspective towards the end of your life, looking back and seeing, what was it that were the most important and meaningful things to you? It doesn't really matter what your answer is. It's not about it had to look a particular way. You didn't have to be doing some huge thing. You didn't need to win the Nobel Prize. The happiest people are the people who live the life that they are here to live, not the life that somebody else is here to live. And it's this moment-to-moment feeling of purpose and meaning. And it's amazing. It's kind of staggering how many people they work at jobs their whole life just to pay bills, and they feel like they don't have the opportunity to find purposeful work. And we spend a third or more of our lives at work. Yet research has shown that 80% of people say that they don't feel fulfilled with their work. They're not passionate about their work. 80%. That is not a happy statistic. And as we've become resigned to living lives without a deep sense of purpose, just for the paycheck. And by the way, I am not against working for a paycheck. When your purpose is supporting your family and, we need to get paychecks. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about feeling as though none of it has meaning. We've got to find the meaning in our lives. There are people who find fulfilling careers, but their fulfillment is only temporary because their happiness depends on their job. And then if they lose their job or they retire, they feel lost and unfulfilled. That's why this is called happy for no reason. It's about developing a deep inner state of happiness that doesn't depend on reasons. But, ironically, finding purpose or meaning is actually something that really does make us feel happier. So you can feel happy for the reason of purpose or meaning. And your purpose isn't just about your job. It's much bigger than that. It's a life intention to do what's meaningful for you. And I'm gonna take you through a purpose exercise, and I'm gonna show you how you can come up with your own purpose statement in life. I'll share with you my own purpose statement first, though, so you'll get a sense of what I'm talking about. My purpose is sharing my love, my clarity, and my energy by guiding and inspiring other people to live their highest life possible. Now, there are a lot of ways that I could actually do that purpose. That's my overall purpose. I have a job right now. I happen to be a transformational teacher and mentor and speaker, but I could actually fulfill that purpose in a lot of other ways. I could be a therapist. I could write music. I could teach yoga. So living inspired by purpose can take a lot of forms. And the real key is discovering that sense of purpose and meaning within. And then that connects you to greater success on the outside. Albert Schweitzer once said, "Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you're doing, you will be successful." So I want to talk for a moment about the difference between a job, a career, and a calling. And I'm going to do this by sharing with you a story. There was once a woman who was walking down the road, and she came across a construction site. And there were 3 strong men who were working hard laying bricks. And she walked up to one of the workers and she asked him, "What do you do?" And he looked at her and he said, "Ma'am, can't you see what I'm doing? I'm laying bricks. This is what I do. Day in, day out. I just lay bricks. I don't like what I'm doing, but I'm just doing it. I'm doing it for the money." He wasn't a very happy camper. She walked up to the next man. She asked the same question. He said, "I'm a bricklayer. I take great pride in my work, and I'm happy that what I do supports and feeds my family." Then she walked up to the third man, and she could see his eyes were filled with joy. They were sparkling. And she asked him the same question. What is it that you do? And he said, oh, I am right now building the most beautiful cathedral in the whole world. This is what I'm called to do, and I absolutely love what I'm doing. Okay, here are 3 different people doing the exact same job. The first man had a job. The second man had a career. The third man had a calling. You know, this really emphasizes the fact that it's not the activity in our life that defines our feeling of purpose, it's our perspective. So if the work that you're doing feels just like a job, see how you can make it feel more like a calling. The happiest people in the world bring this sense of calling or purpose with them wherever they go and with whatever they're doing, even to very mundane tasks. And, you know, I will tell you, I do not like marketing. And I also don't like dealing with lots of details. And I'm not very good at either of those particularly, but I need to do them in the context of my greater calling. And when I know that doing details or doing the marketing, when I know that that's serving the greater calling, it makes it much more palatable to do the other pieces that I don't like so much. So remember, living your purpose doesn't mean that you need to be on the cover of Time magazine. You don't need to win the Nobel Prize. It means that you're doing what's meaningful for you. And your purpose could be giving love through random acts of kindness. So no matter what you're doing right now, you can learn how to connect with your bigger purpose. And I guarantee that when you do, your happiness level will definitely raise. So I'm gonna walk you through a process for doing that. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna create your own life purpose statement. I mentioned earlier my life purpose statement, which is sharing my love and my clarity and my energy by guiding and inspiring other people to live their highest and most joy-filled life. And I love saying that statement. It feels like that's a yes. So here are the steps to doing that, and they're listed in your guidebook, so you don't have to write this down, but I just want to go over them with you. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to write down 3 of your strongest personal qualities. So it could be enthusiasm, it could be compassion, it could be joy. You know, mine are love, clarity, and energy. And then the next thing you want to do is you want to list a couple of ways that you enjoy expressing those qualities. So it could be, they're always verbs like support or teach or inspire or guide or mentor. So it's through inspiring or guiding or teaching or supporting or helping or mentoring or building or creating or manufacturing. I mean, you know, it can be any word that's an action verb. And then now you want to look at what's the final outcome that you want to create. What is it that's your highest and best thing to have that serve? So for me, what I want to create is a life where people are living their highest and their best. Their highest and their best lives. It might be that you are wanting people to, usually it's related to people, you're wanting to create more beauty in the world. You're creating a world that has more beauty, where people are experiencing the beauty of your work. So finally, what you want to do is combine your 3 answers into a single statement. So let me give you a different example. For somebody else, it might be, my purpose is to use my joy, my creativity, and my artistic skill by expressing myself and creating, so there's beautiful art in this world. And you know you've hit on your purpose statement when it feels really good. You know, you go, yeah, I love that. So that's your homework. Your homework is to write your purpose statement. And living an inspired life with clarity on your purpose is definitely one of those keys to your happiness. So I am going to share a final quote from someone who is clearly living her purpose in a big way, and that would be Oprah. And Oprah says there is no greater gift that you can give or receive than to honor your calling. It's why you were born and how you become most truly alive. So let us all really find that deeper purpose and come most truly alive. I send you love, and I will see you tomorrow.